All right. Good morning. Bonjour, 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 bonjour. Comment nous est? Campagne, c'est une campagne qui vraiment est avancé très très bien. But we are going to switch. Nous va changer pour nous faire la en anglais seulement. Parce que raison et campagne moi équipe moi avancé moi so pour ne pas faire live créole encore même pause pour ne pas faire créole encore tout attendre pour direction campagne moi so nous allons avancer et we're going to be switching. Good morning, how are you doing everybody? This is very honor for me to be with you, and let's get together. Get your pen and paper, because I'm gonna give you some names and I'm gonna give you some information that you might be needed, and to do so your own research. A lot of us heard about Project 2025, which is something I invested a great deal in speaking about in the last 4 years, where I speak about what has to come in 2025. A lot of you guys thinking it was just talk and speaking for speaking, but in reality is much more. For you that have been following me, it's gonna be a little bit more refreshing for you. I'm gonna give you a few names. You're gonna heard them before, and that's where you will be better understand, make sense of what I'm talking about. We have witnessed a influx of what we call a homelessness, the rise of homelessness all over the United States, and especially in Florida. This is almost going out of hands, where homeless is adding up every day. Hey, good, Katie, how you doing, beautiful? Every day, and no one knows the causes, because no one want to talk about the causes of the situation. So because of that, I have to investigate. As a candidate and as a citizen, I need to investigate to know what the cause or the sources of that problems. And little do we know, we do find the solution. We do find the cause, the roots of the problem. Remember, I talk about Vanguard company. I talk about BlackRock. I talk about Merrill Lynch, Bank of America. Okay, those are a few. And I talk about Dun and Bradstreet. And what I find out, if you look at by the Constitution of the United States, bank or corporations cannot rent or buy or own properties. So what they do, they open those company, those firm, they make him as a public firm. What does that mean? That means if he's not private, he's a public firm, they can use subsidize money, your taxpayer money, your retirement and everything, so they can to do, let's say they do a project of renovation of Miami, where the developers came, and then the name of the developers is a public front office, but it belongs to a corporation. That's why they beat the system by tricking the people and the government to make it think it's a public. When they say public, that's why I told you, when you use words, when you're a politician, you need to understand the meaning of words, because businessmen never use a phrase for it to be meaningless. So that's the reason they own most of the property that's vacant today. Bank, let's say Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, which is I'm gonna discuss for you more, and they become owning properties, kicking people out. It's not like a landlord or somebody that invested. When the property, sometimes corporations own houses, they own blocks of houses. They don't even know they existed. Because if you're a person that's invested, personal investor like me, I can say I got a house in Pennsylvania, I got a house in North Carolina, I have a home in South Carolina, I got a house in Texas. I know where my property is. But when you're a bank, usually or a corporation, you don't keep track on those things unless the market. So what happened in 2008 when the market crashed? That's the bailout, the biggest bailout in the U.S. History. they know the population will not accept a second bailout. That's the reason you see Donald Trump was masquerading bailout, where he said that was for people, and you have the what you call it, the PPP. All those were staying that really that really make people think this is all they part of the same system, but in reality they not. Now, I heard about black works in my many shows before, many lives. Do you ever ask why, who owned BlackRock? Who exactly owned BlackRock? And BlackRock now own almost nearly 45% of every most shareholders company in the world. So that's mean in America alone, they are the biggest shareholder for every business, whether it's Apple, whether it's X, whether it's Tesla, whether it's anything that have to do with investment. BlackRock got his signature mark on it. But imagine a company that just came in to life in 1997, become one of the biggest, largest trade share in the world. You should have known there should be something suspicious about that. BlackRock not only an investment, they own all the TV station also. They also, their company, their sister companies own all the TV station, all the news media, meaning they will not be able to investigate them to make it known for the public. So BlackRock is a public company running by the private institution, because that's the way they can trick the community to make sure they took over. And BlackRock is one of the company that's the most cynicism in the history of the world when it comes to trading. I will tell you more. When I do a little research, I find out BlackRock is owned by Merrill Lynch. Okay, Merrill Lynch, everybody know who Merrill Lynch is, what company that is. And Merrill Lynch own 45% of BlackRock. That means they are the biggest shareholder. They are the biggest shareholder of BlackRock. This is they own BlackRock. Okay, and then I go to look who own Merrill Lynch. Merrill Lynch is owned by Bank of America. And then I squash my head, and then I go back, go look deeper. I look back in 2000, from 2006 to 2008. During the financial crisis, Merrill Lynch was about to be bankrupt, Chapter 11. And Bank of America bought Merrill Lynch in 2008. And then I looked who owned Bank of America. Bank of America owned by Berkshire Hathaway, which is the Warren Buffett company. So Warren Buffett in reality is the biggest shareholder of Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, and BlackRock. Do you see how this connected? But we trying to, we love our billionaires because their agenda we lack or they succeed. There's nobody that make $1 billion without being corrupt. Nobody that been making $1 billion, just $1 billion, without using deceptive method and corruption. And Warren Buffett, that's head of the BlackRock, Merrill Lynch, Bank of America, with Berkshire, Larry Fink, Vatican Boss. I don't like answer fake name. I got a filter now to blocking fake name on my page. But Larry Fink is the founder, but he's not owning it. He's not owning the company. So those guys now, you got Vanguard, that's the entity of BlackRock. You got State Street Global Advisor, which is SSGA for short. And then we got Temaski Holding, that's got all Bank of America, all of those companies I just named, they all part of the same membrane. The holding company, for you that have LLCs or corporations and all of those things, right? You need a trust. And then you have And within trust, you got corporations, you got LLCs. But between those, you have a holding company. Holding company got all your shit. This is where your asset is really secure. A LLC is not really fully bulletproof secure. So this is where your asset is really protected when it comes to investment. So the holding companies, this is the mother of the ship, and then there's all small ship, and then that's create a bubble. When it create a bubble, and when corporation get a house, right? They bought a house, or they bought 20 house in the area, and then they told the government. They're gonna build apartment complex. Imagine if you take out 50 house in North Miami, you say you're gonna build 500 apartments complex. You destroy 50 lives. Okay, those will become customer of the system. They become houseless, and then they become homeless. And then when they become homeless, now they start, even if we got people that working today that still can pay their bill. And the reason why is greed. Is greed. That's the reason people cannot pay their bills in America today. And the corporation, they own all politicians. And you know you're doing the right thing. I've been approached by a couple big people that want to see my agenda, and that propose me pushing for their agendas if I want to get money from them for my campaign. They will help me funding my campaign, but I have to be able to push their agenda. For example, LGBT agenda is one of them. Developers, and they call it home developers, but it's apartment complex developers. If I add that as something I would support in my agenda, I can have millions of dollars for my campaign. If I say yes, I got a few of investors. I got friend of mine that make me sit with like 6 of them, and they look at what I'm pushing for my campaign. They want me to add the importance of home developers. If I do so, add it to my agenda and preaching about it, and sign a little agreement, I will work with that. Definitely they will give me money. So this is the things that I'm not selling my soul. I can't. There's no amount of money that will make me sell my soul, because I am a very assertive person, and I'm very forward person. I'm a very open person. I don't think I can have anything less than what I'm saying is what I am doing, because I am a lot of people like politics. You have to kiss the babies with diapers. No, I'm not. My character won't allow me to do that. I will train you. Every politician that's coming here to sell you something, they will kiss and they stick him off and on the lips just to show you they with you while they sell you something. I am not that person. Politics will not change me. I will change politics, because we need to have people that start faking who they are when they're running for office. And this is a little thing I have for you. My campaign say 5 minutes. I think I go over 5 minutes, but enjoy.